Truth Seekers, welcome back. Zach here. You might recall last spring, 2015, just before summer, June 6th, there was the story of a prison breakout at Clinton Correctional Facility. It was a ridiculous story. All you had to think about was how could jail inmates ever escape using power tools? Power tools are loud and noisy. There's no way you could escape from a jail cell with power tools. So anyway, we were given that completely ridiculous story last summer. Now we're getting part 2 coming exactly 33 weeks later. So what I want to begin with is watching this news coverage, and then I'm going to show you how this story is just another coded hoax, just as the Clinton correctional breakout was. So here we go with the news coverage, then we'll break it all down. It's a real comedy.
That we'd expect between the teacher and they should be considered armed and dangerous. I think the longer that they're out of custody, the more desperate they become.
Two dangerous fugitives in California are still on the run, but one is back in jail. Bok Duong showed up at a local auto shop in Santa Ana on Friday and said he wanted to surrender. He'll now face extra charges, in addition to the attempted murder charge he was facing when he escaped. Meanwhile, the focus of the search is now centered on Fresno and San Jose, and the white van they still may be using. Authorities say the captured man is helping out.
You know why they love to do that? The white van they may still be using. It's because for the people who are gullible and fooled by this news, they're going to be looking at every single white van. Think about how many white work vans are out there. This is how they heighten unnecessary paranoia. There are no people out there. This is a hoax. This is a made-for-TV spectacle. More fear-mongering. They'll probably say they need even less, or, that's what they'll say in the next budget. Less money for schools, even more for prisons. There can never be enough for prisons and militarism.
He is cooperating. He is providing us information that we're.
And if you didn't catch that, his birthday was August 9th, the day that leaves 144 days left in the year. We're going to talk more about that number, 144.
Able to distribute and react on. I don't want to get into the specifics of the interview, but I can tell you he's being cooperative thus far.
The day before Duong turned himself in, the jail's English teacher was arrested. She may have helped the three escape by giving them a Google map. Police say letters between her and one of the fugitives who took her English class, even though he spoke perfect English, were a tip-off.
It was personal. It wasn't the relationship that we'd expect between a teacher and an inmate in a custody setting.
All right, so there's the bogus news coverage. The paid actors sell us out for a few dimes. They're all about the fear-mongering. CNN had up this headline, one of 3 dangerous escapees from California jail surrenders. And of course, it has gematria of 223 like Masonic. It's the Freemasons who control our media and put on these hoaxes by the numbers. The Freemasons worship the number 33. Again, this comes 33 weeks after the Clinton correctional breakout hoax. Masonic and simple English gematria also sums to 74. The police spokesperson they've had for most of these stories is Sandra Hutchins. She's who's quoted multiple times in the article we're about to go through. Sandra Hutchins also having that name gematria of 74 like Masonic. The name Hutchins having gematria of 44 like officer, like department. So the guy they just showed captured, Bac Tien Duong, gematria 52, just like California. This story is taking place in California. They often code the agents to match with the location. His name in simple English gematria sums to 115, like Freemasons. A Freemason spectacle. They said while he was out, he stole a white GMC. White GMC has gematria 43. They tell us he's 43 years old. Stories by the numbers. The most talked about member of the story, of the 3 who's still at large, supposedly, who was flirting with the English ESL teacher that got this Google map. I mean, listen to these stupid details. They're just advertisements. That's product placement for Google. Anyhow, and of course, Google's headquartered in California. This guy has name gematria of 71, also 89, like his birthday, August 9th. 71 when written out sums to 144. Remember, he's born on the day that leaves 144 days left in the year. The teacher who he was flirting with was 44 years old. The only two numbers when written out that sum to 144 are 71 and 44. They say he's 37 years old. Prison equals 37. Notice his name in simple English gematria also sums to 89. They wanted that coding on him. Story of the teacher, very interesting name, Nusha Farin Ravagi, 44 years old, who taught English as a second language at the jail, was arrested Thursday in connection with the escape. That is just a made-up character for this story. This breakout took place on January 22nd, 2016, a date with 59 numerology, just like prison escape gematria, a date with 32 gematria, jail equals 32. Freemason and Francis Bacon gematria equals 122, a lot like January 22nd, the date of the breakout. Jailbreak has gematria of 33. This jailbreak story comes exactly 33 weeks after the breakout on June 6th at the Clinton Correctional Facility. And Clinton, let me remind you, is a word with 33 gematria. Most people will think of Bill and Hillary. Bill Clinton was born Bill Blythe. His father was murdered on a date with 33 numerology. He would take on the name Clinton years earlier. What's interesting about 33 is when you write it out, it sums to 66. The Clinton Correctional Breakout was on 6/6. In history, that's the date of D-Day, sometimes referred to as Doomsday in World War II. Doomsday has gematria 33. The 44-year-old woman blamed for the breakout is a teacher. Teacher, a word with 33 gematria. In numerology, the master teacher number is 33. The Masons worship this number, center their hoaxes around it. That name, Nushafrin, the name of the teacher has gematria identical to Min Central Jail. Min Central Jail. Her name in Pythagorean gematria, the full name, sums to 96, like Freemason. This story comes out of Orange County. Orange having the gematria of 33. Some of the fear-mongering headlines that have gone with this story. CBS News carried this. California jailbreak. They let Hannibal Lecter out. You know, all the people who trust their media and look to their media for information, this is just torment. Scaring people needlessly. There's probably 1 million people in California at least who are worried about this. Probably a lot more. They let Hannibal Lecter out. This contrived headline has gematria of 104, like 10-4 for message received. The jail, Min Central Jail, address 441, the reflection of 144, 144. Min Central Jail, just like the woman's name. Identical. Min Central Jail in simple English gematria sums to 156. 911, what you dial for the police, is the 156th prime number. How about that? The firm that built the World Trade Centers, their name gematria also sums to 156. And think about how those buildings came down on 911. The Masons, they're building this world around us, hoaxing us daily with their media, cooking these stories up by the numbers and just sitting back and laughing at us. And it's really sick. And I really wish this knowledge would spread. Hopefully it does before the next jail breakout story, probably be 33 weeks from January 22nd. Until next time, True Sig.